Good afternoon, everybody. I am Louise Bown, member for Radipole. I am the Vice Committee of the Licensing Committee. I am joined here today by
Councillor Sarah Williams from Bridport.
Councillor Emma Parker, and I represent Puddletown and Lower Winterbournes.
Thank you, ladies. So this meeting is being live streamed and is available to view on the Dorset Council website. Before we start, we have a few agenda items to deal with, and then we'll hear from the licensing officer. All parties present will then have an opportunity to ask the licensing officer. Officers, please, would you be able to introduce yourselves?
I'm Laura Alsey from Legal Services.
Josh Kennedy from Democratic Services.
John Miles, Democratic Services.
Catherine Miller, Senior Licensing Officer and Report Author.
Thank you, everybody. So the first thing we need to do is elect a chair for this meeting. Do I have any proposals?
Happy to propose you, Louise.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I will chair the meeting. Thank you. I believe there are no apologies. Is that right, gentlemen? Thank you very much. Do we have any declarations of interest? No declarations of interest. In that case, we will start to look at the application for 87 to 89 Cheap Street in Sherborne. I'm going to ask the officer, please, to introduce the item. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Yeah, this is a hearing to consider a new premises licence for 87 to 89 Cheap Street, Sherborne. Just to clarify, unfortunately, the applicant is unable to make it today because he's due to ill health. The application is for the supply of alcohol off the premises only, and that's Monday to Saturday from 0700 to 2200 and Sunday 0800 to 2200. The police have requested 9 conditions to be added to the licence if it were to be granted, which the applicant has agreed to. The full list of these conditions can be found at Appendix 2, but they relate to the training of staff concerned with the sale of alcohol, with records kept and training to take place at least once every 6 months. Incident log of any complaints, incident disorder, refusals of alcohol sales, etc. Risk assessment of the need for door supervisors, a Challenge 25 scheme in operation, CCTV to be installed to cover all entry-exit points and will continually record the areas where alcohol is kept and operate at all times. The customers will remain on the premises. CCTV shall retain recordings for a period of 31 days with correct date and timestamp. Staff members to be conversant with the operation of CCTV and able to download data at the request of the police. This person should be on the premises at all times when they are open to the public. The CCTV should be downloaded at the request of the police or authorised officer, and appropriate signage advising customers of CCTV being in operation to be displayed prominently at the premises. A documented check of the system shall be completed weekly to ensure all cameras remain operational, and a 31-day storage for recordings be maintained. The only person planning was the only other, they didn't object, but they made the following comments, that there are no comments regarding the proposed licence, but please advise the applicant that conditions attached to the planning permission and the listed building consent must be adhered to, and any alterations must be in accordance with the details contained in the approved listed building consent. If a different floor layout is proposed, this would require a new listed building consent application. There were no other representations from responsible authorities. There were 30 relevant representations received from members of the public, including one from Sherborne Town Council. And these representations were made under the licensing objectives of the prevention of public nuisance and crime and disorder due to noise and antisocial behaviour. These comments can be found at Appendix 3. Some of the representations contain matters which are material considerations under planning but do not relate to the 4 licensing objectives. These would include any parts of the representation relating to amenity, parking, highway matters, or the need for another premises. The steps that the subcommittee may take after they have considered all the information contained in the report, the written representations, and anything that's set at this hearing are to grant the licence subject to such conditions as the authority considers appropriate for the promotion of the licensing objectives and the mandatory objectives, to exclude from the scope of the licence any of the licensable activities to which the application relates, to refuse to specify a person on the licence as a designated premises supervisor, or to reject the application. Section 7 of the report sets out the options that are available to the subcommittee after they have considered all the information contained in the report, the written representations and anything that's said at the hearing. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like at this point to say thank you for referring to the representations that came in. I'd like to assure the public that we have all three read all of those representations. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions for the officer? No, I mean, that's probably a function of your report being very thorough, so thank you. I don't have any questions either. It was a very thorough report. Would you like to sum up, or do you feel that you've already done that? I don't want you to speak for the sake of speaking.
I don't have have nothing else to say. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is a very quick hearing. It's not because we haven't spent time on it. We have spent time reading the report. We have spent time reading the representations from the public. Nobody applied to come here today to represent themselves in person, which means that we need to retire to decide our decision. We will do that in private. Our decision will be published within 5 working days. And then the applicant will have 21 days to appeal should they disagree with our decision. If they were to object to our decision and object, then that would go to a magistrate's court. Okay, I think I'm going to close this hearing unless anyone else has anything else to say. Okay, thank you, everybody.